Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. This is your brother Darashimont, and I'm back with another lesson. And we'll title this one, There is Hate in the Bible. So I know we learned in the Christian church, like, God is all love, and to love your enemies, all of these different sayings, which taking the Bible out of context. God isn't all love. Actually, our minds can't fathom him in totality. So he's a lot more than just love. And the whole love your enemy situation is getting into loving your fellow Israelites. That comes from the law. But let's get into this with Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 16. It says, "These 6 things doeth Yahawah hate." So that's hate. That's right there. So that proves the Most High hates. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. So a proud look, like a haughty look. And we'll get into a lying tongue. So someone who's deceiving. Okay? And hands that shed innocent blood. Murder. Okay? Verse 18. And a heart that deviseth wicked imaginations. Like the wicked, they lay upon their bed and they imagine wicked things, and they carry it out in the morning because they have the power to do so. Feet that be swift into running to mischief. Verse 19. A false witness that speaketh lies. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. And he that soweth discord among brethren. Okay? So let's get some precepts. Let's start off with Isaiah chapter 3. And go down to verse 16. And it says, "Moreover, Yahawah said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty." Okay? That's that proud look. "And walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling in their feet." Verse 17. "Therefore Yahawah will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yahawah will discover their secret parts." So he's making them bald. He exposing them. Okay? So he don't like that proud look. And despite the things that Yahweh Shai has done to the Judite woman, they're still proud. They still think they're above a man. They don't get it. Let's go look at their proud counterpart. That same old serpent from the garden. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3. "The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks." The original caveman, the red man, Esau Edom, the red Hebrew Edomite, calls himself the Caucasian, the white man. Because the clefts of the rocks, they were dwelling in the Caucasus Mountains. But we know who they are. "Whose habitation is high, and said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?" Because he proud. He don't think anybody could take him down, but the Most High will take him down. Let's go to the book of Job now. Job chapter 26. Let's go down to verse 12. And it says, "He divided the sea with his power, and by his understanding he smited through the proud." Most High is going to take the proud down. He's going to take the Judite woman down. He's going to take Esau Edom down. He's going to take anybody else who's proud down. Because the meek shall inherit the earth. Okay? Let's jump up to Job chapter 40. Let's go to verse 11. It says, "Cast abroad the rage of thy wrath, and behold everyone that is proud, and abase him. Look on everyone that is proud, and bring him low. Tread down the wicked in their place." So who's the wicked? Esau Edom. That's Malachi 1 and 4. The wicked is in charge. They're ruling the earth. Let's get that since we're dealing with Job. This precept is always brought out. Job 9:24. "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" It's Esau Edom. That's who he is. He covered up the faces of the true judges, the Most High, Yahweh Shai, and the Israelites and the angels. Okay? And then Malachi 1 and 4, just for completeness sake. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places, and they return. Thus said Yahawah of hosts. They shall build and I will throw down. He go throw down the proud. He go throw down the wicked. And they shall be called the border of wickedness, and the people whom Yahawah had indignation forever. That's that righteous anger. He ain't letting it go. You can jump up to verse 3 and get it while we here. I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. So that's a whole nation the Most High hate, not just Esau individually. He shall lay his mountains and his heritage, everything that extends through all his descendants. Okay? Ain't no escaping this for Esau. He gonna get this work. Let's go down to Psalms. Let's go to Psalms 94. Let's go on to verse 2. Well, let's start at verse 1. Yahawah power, to whom vengeance belongeth. Vengeance belongeth to who? The Most High is his. O power, to whom vengeance belongeth, show thyself. So that's what we want. That's what we're crying out for. We want him to judge this wicked, evil temporal world. As one of the, I think he's an elder from Chicago, always said, this present temporal evil world. We don't love this world. We want to see this world crash and burn. We're happy. We're happy to see judgment come upon this earth. Because we're tired of Esau. We're tired of the wicked people. We're tired of these heathen. We're tired of the 2/3. We know that their way doesn't work, and the Most High way, the Most High's way is the way to go. Like we get it, but we still got to go through it, and we go press on. But we want him to come back and take this present temporal evil world down. Verse 2: Lift up thyself, thou judge of the earth. Now, didn't we just read that Esau covered the faces of the judges thereof? So he covered up the face of the Most High, because the Most High is the ultimate judge of this earth. Render a reward to the proud. So what reward Esau Edom is going to get? Destruction. What reward is all of these proud, haughty women, especially the Judite women, going to get? They going to get destruction. That's what they're working for. So if you work for something and you get a reward, you go get a reward based on your deeds. And if you're doing wickedness, you're going to get a reward for the wicked, which is destruction. Verse 3. Yahawah, how long shall the wicked triumph? Okay? They're crying out because how long? Like, how long we going to be in this state? How long is the wicked going to rule? Like, we know in the big scheme of things, it's just a short time. Like, this is nothing compared to eternity. But, we still live in it. We go day to day, 24 hours a day, 60 minutes in an hour, 60 seconds in a minute. We live it all. And so we experience it, and it grieves you to see this happening in the world once you understand the truth. Okay, but it's all gonna come, to an end when Yahawah says so. So it's all in his time. But still, we beseech him to bring it to an end. Let's go to Psalms chapter 119. Let's go down to verse 21. Thou hast rebuked the proud that are cursed. So who are the people of his curse? That's Esau, Edom. Okay. Which do err from thy commandments. Okay. Now, let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 27, verse 25. And it says, Cursed be he that taketh reward to slay an innocent person. And all the people shall say, Amen. So it's obvious that shedding innocent blood is wrong. That's one of the things that the Most High hates. Okay? And who does that? The wicked. They shed innocent people's blood every day. You can see clear examples of that going on over there in Palestine. Now let's go to Psalms chapter 31, verse 18. It says, "Let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous." Okay? Now, who does that? These wicked two-thirds, Esau, Edom, all these other heathens. You know, Esau, Edom, that's the accuser of his brother. And who is his brother? And they're talking about Jacob. Okay? Let's get that in the book of Revelations. Revelations chapter 12, verse 10. And it says, "And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our power, and the power of his Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down." Who is cast down? Esau, Edom. Satan. "Which accused them before our power day and night." Okay? Let's go back to the book of Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 18. "And a heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running into mischief." So that's something that he hates. Now, who's devising these wicked imaginations? Let's go to Micah chapter 2, verse 1. And it says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, and even a man and his heritage." Now that sounds like the wicked. We're talking about the identity stealers all throughout history. That's what they do. They take everything from you, even your heritage, who you are. They think up these evil things at nighttime on their beds, and then they enact them during the day. Literally. The whole world is seeing these evil people work right now. And they're Esau, the red people. They're not white, they're red. You can see it. You can see their blood through their skin. That's the wicked. They're devising these wicked imaginations. All right? Let's go to Exodus chapter 23, verse 2. "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to the evil, neither shalt thou speak in a case to decline after many to wrest judgment." Okay? So we're not supposed to go just because we see a bunch of people doing some nonsense. We don't go along with the crowd. No, you got to stand up for Yahawah no matter what. But just because everybody wants to follow after Esau, Edom, that don't mean you have to do it. Peer pressure is something else, but you got to resist. "Neither shalt thou speak in cause to decline after many to wrest judgment." Let's see what this means, to rest. To stretch out, extend, spread out, to pitch, to turn, to pervert. Don't pervert judgment. So we're supposed to deal justly. All right, let's go back to the book of Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 19. "A false witness that speaketh lies, and he that showeth discord among brethren." So we know where we're going with this one. Back to Exodus chapter 20. Down to verse 16. "Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor." Who is your neighbor? Your fellow Israelites, people of your own nation. That's your neighbor, not these heathens. For sure not these Edomites. We don't love them. All right, let's go to Leviticus chapter 19, verse 16. And it says, "Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people," because you be spreading discord amongst brethren. And who's your brethren? Your people. And if you want to take it to another level, the people who do the will of Yahawah, that's your brethren. "Neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am Yahawah." Okay. Verse 17. "Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. So we're supposed to rebuke our brother when he's going off. Okay? Let's go back to the book of Proverbs. Proverbs 11 and verse 13. A talebearer receiveth secrets, but he that is a faithful spirit concealeth the matter. This is why you got to be careful about who your friends are. So you have to prove a friend. That's what the scriptures say. Prove a friend. You can't just be telling your secrets to everybody. Okay? Especially not your woman. You don't tell your woman everything. Okay? Because women love to be busybodies going from house to house as a talebearer. We're not supposed to do that. But they love it. And so we got to be wise. We got to deal with them according to knowledge. And what knowledge is that? The knowledge of these scriptures. Okay? Don't get caught up. Now let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 5. And it reads, The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. This is talking about the Most High. The Most High hates workers of iniquity. Okay? And what is this iniquity? This iniquity is sin. Okay? I'm not talking about, you just sin once and then you ask for forgiveness. No, you just stay in your sin. Repeated sin. Like when David doubled down after he had committed adultery with Bathsheba, then he went and he murked the woman's husband. So he was in his iniquity. He just kept going. He didn't stop. This is John chapter 3, verse 4. It says, Whosoever committed sin transgresseth the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. So sin is the transgression of the law, and the Most High hates iniquity, and iniquity is sin, especially sin taken to the extreme where you just keep going in and doubling down on your sin. And the Most High hates those people who break his laws, because doesn't the scripture say that to love him is to keep his commandments? Yes, it does. So this is 1 John 5 and 3. So this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. So if we keep his commandments, he gonna love us because we're showing love to him. But if we hate him, we do things that he told us not to do and live in sin and iniquity, then he hates us. It's very clear. Okay, now let's go back to the book of Psalms. And let's go down to verse 11, chapter 11, verse 5. It says, Yahawah tried the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hated. So this is talking about the Most High. He hates the wicked. And we already know who the wicked is. Malachi 1:4. Esau, Edom, called them the border of wickedness, so he hated them. And him that loveth violence. Esau loveth violence. Yeah. He loved to shed blood. That's what he do. His blessing was the sword. And he gonna meet his demise with that sword. His kingdom will come down with his own sword. Okay? So let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 139. Let's go, verse 19. He said, Surely thou wilt slay the wicked. Esau, Edom. Okay, O power, depart from me therefore, ye bloody men. Bloody men? Yeah, because they love violence. They're bloody men. Okay. So, verse 20. For they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Well, who's the enemies of the Most High? All these heathen nations that you can find in Psalms 83. It says, Do not I hate them, O power, that hate thee? And I am not grieved with those that rise up against thee. Am not I grieved with those that rise up against me? So David is saying, I hate them too. If they don't like you, they don't want to obey your commandments, they don't want to act right, I don't like them too. And we should have that same spirit. Don't get fooled by Christianity telling you gotta love everybody. You ain't gotta love everybody. That ain't what the scriptures say. You're supposed to love your neighbor as you love yourself. Now that's your own people. And then Yahawah narrowed it even more when he came down. Who is my father? Who is my mother? Who is my brother? He said, those who do the will of my father. That's who your family is. So, hope y'all got that understanding. So let's see about these bloody men. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, and verse 6. And it says, therefore, as I live, said Yahawah, power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. And sit thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Esau ain't hated blood. That's all he do is shed blood. So he go get this work. That's what Yahawah has said. So that's what's gonna happen. There ain't no way around it. No getting out of it. Yeah. His fate is sealed. Psalms 83. Keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. They make a noise. They stirred up. That they hate thee and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. So they hate the Most High, so we hate them. That's what David said in Psalms 139. So I hate them too. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, his people, the Israelites, Jacob, the apple of his eye, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. They were successful for a while, but Yahawah gonna raise us back up. As the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. We forgot who we were. Jeremiah 17:4. We were cut off from our heritage. And who we are, these scriptures, everything that the Bible tells us about the Israelites, that's our heritage. That's who we are. We are the princes of the power. Okay? Verse 5, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. They all came together. The tabernacles of Edom, the red people, the red Hebrew Edomites, the Ishmaelites, the children of Ishmael, the so-called Arabs today. They still jealous. They think they're the people. They put that in their Quran. They're not the people. They know better. Moab, we talking about the Chinese. Okay, the children of Lot, the Hagarenes, Gabal, that's those are still Edomite nations. And then Ammon, that's Japanese, okay? And Amalek is the chief tribe of Esau, Edom. That's those small hatters over there who have divided the land. We could get that in Ezekiel 36:5, I believe. Said, therefore, thus said Yahawah power, surely in the fire of my jealousy I have spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idumea. Idumea is another way of saying Edom, them red people, which have appointed my land into their possession, and with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. So that's Esau, Edom, and who? Ishmael over there. Ishmael getting murked right now over there. But his fellow brethren and cousins go rise up and put hell on Esau, Edom pretty soon, according to these scriptures. So just keep watching. It's going to happen. And let's get back to Psalms 83. The Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre, talking about Hamites. Ashur also joined with them, and they have Hopan, the children of Lot. So the Assyrians, Ashur. And then the children of Lot, we already know, that's Moab and Ammon. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kissam, which perished at Endor. They become as dung on the earth. They became as dung on the earth. So I think David wrote this song. Nope, Psalm of Asaph. So Asaph wrote it. So he's telling the Most High, hey, do unto them like what happened to these people. If you go back into the history, you'll see what happened to the Midianites. You'll see what happened to Sisera when he got murked. You'll see what happened to Jabin at the brook. Okay, so all of this is going to come to pass on these nations. They're going to get dealt with. They will get dealt with. They're going to get this work for what they've done. All right, let's go to the book of Exodus, chapter 20. verse 4. It says, Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You're not supposed to put anything before the Most High. You're not supposed to make all these idols, which our people have done and went off on. And verse 5, Thou shalt not bow thyself down to them, nor serve them. We're not supposed to worship these false idols. For I, Yahawah thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. For them that hate me. Okay, why is he visiting it on the children to the fourth, into the third and fourth generation? Because you are your forefathers. You come back 3 to 4 generations later, and you get your judgment. Okay, your spirit returns to the Most High when you leave this world, and then he renewed the face of the earth, and you come back. And just like Yahawah was telling the disciples and the Pharisees, this is Elijah. John the Baptist is Elijah. Reincarnation. He came back. So shall you. We are eternal beings. He created Adam immortal, and Adam was never meant to die, but because of sin he died. So guess what? Our spirits are immortal and they live on forever. And the way he destroyed our mind, our body and soul is the things that we go through on this earth, and then he controls how we come back for our judgment. So if you want to have a decent life when you come back, then you got to live righteously on this side. But they ain't got no hope for the heathens, because they about to get this work. Well, especially not Esau, Edom. The rest of the heathens got to go through that 1,000 years, but they'll be all right after, until they mess up. And they go get this work again. So, let's go. So, we already read it in 1 John, but we could go back to it. So if we keep his commandments, that means we love him. So we just read some of the 10 commandments, what it says, for this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. So that's how we love him. So if you don't keep his commandments, that means you hate him. But if you keep his commandments, that means you love him. And if the law is his commandments, his transgression of the law is sin, why in the world is the Christian church telling us not to keep the law? Because the law is what the Most High set up for us, is that righteous path that he set up for us. And they don't want the Israelites to walk in that path, because once they return, the rest of the nations are screwed. Sin is the kryptonite to the Israelites. And that's why when we come back and we get these new bodies, we won't sin. So we're going to be untouchable. These other nations not going to be able to mess with us. But my people just don't get it. They don't get it at all. Christianity don't warp their minds. They think they're supposed to be joined unto them heathens. No, forget them heathens. They're not like us. We're people above all people. Let's see how our forefathers felt about these heathens. Let's see what they did to them. You let me know if they love these people. This is Book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 25, and we'll start at verse 11. And Amazah strengthened himself and led forth his people and went to the valley of Salt and smote the children of Seir, 10,000. Who's the children of Seir? The Edomites. The same people y'all trying to be like today, them red people that rule the world right now. And the other 10,000 left alive did the children of Judah carry away captive, and brought them unto the top of the rock, and cast them down from the top of the rock. And they all were broken in pieces. That's how we dealt with Israelites back in the day during the kings of Judah. And now we servants to them. All because of sin, and we still listen to their nonsense, their philosophies, their doctrines of devils. We know he got a smooth tongue. That's how he got Eve in the garden. And y'all still listening to him. Let me not get upset. Let's go to Matthew chapter 5. Let's go to verse 44. And it says, But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good unto them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you, that ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. For ye maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and send it rain on the just and the unjust. And we know this book was written to the Israelites. This book is not talking about the heathens. It's not telling us to love the heathens, because the scriptures don't contradict itself. David can't say, I hate the heathens in the Old Testament, and then in the New Testament, we come Yahawah saying, love the heathens. No, he's talking about your own people. It goes back to the law. Love thy neighbor as you love thyself. It is Leviticus chapter 19. We'll start at verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thine brother in thy heart. Thou shalt anywise rebuke thy neighbor and suffer not sin upon him. So we're supposed to correct them, because that's love. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people. The children of thy people, which are Israelites. But thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am Yahawah. Your neighbor is your fellow Israelites, not these heathens. Get it through y'all thickheads, you hard-headed Israelites. It's right there in the book. Read it. All right. So this lesson was edifying. And I want to say shalom and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawah Bahasham, Rakakadash. And again, double honors to elders and apostles at Great Millstone for bringing out this truth.